Israel is fighting back against militant attacks from Gaza, the deadliest in years.
The Biden administration is now pledging diplomatic and military support for Israel, warning the world is watching.
Amy Liu is live for us in our Washington bureau now. Amy, the humanitarian toll of this conflict is already devastating.
Yeah, exactly, Audrey and Jackie. And we know that at least 700 people have been reportedly killed in Israel. That is a staggering number that the country hasn't experienced in decades. Another 400 people have been killed in Gaza in just a few days since this war has started. Intensified airstrikes along the Gaza Strip created chaos to help the wounded and killed as Israel declared war against the Hamas military group.
This is inhumane. Inhumane.
The Israeli ambassador to the UN calling the attacks blatant war crimes, demanding the international community pledge its full support for Israel.
We will not ever fail to have their back.
In phone calls with Israeli leadership, the Biden administration says it's coordinating more support for Israel's defense forces while condemning terrorists for taking hostages, including the elderly and children.
This is not a moment for any party hostile to Israel to exploit these attacks to seek advantage. The world is watching.
While the Pentagon moves assets closer to the conflict zone, strengthening U.S. military posture and keeping in close contact with leaders in the region and beyond.
Both to make sure that there is support for Israel and that every country is using every effort to pull Hamas back and to prevent this from escalating.
Yeah, and the U.S. is repositioning battleships in the Eastern Mediterranean closer to Israel. It's also planning to send more aid and weapons in the coming days. Jackie and Audrey.
And Amy, you mentioned the calls for the international community to support Israel. Have those worked?
Well, it's sort of been 50-50, and that's because the UN Security Council, it held an emergency meeting on Sunday where the U.S. really demanded that all 15 member countries condemn Hamas's attacks. Now, most of the countries did do that, but not all of them. That includes Russia and China, who had similar positions on this war. They condemned any attacks on civilians, but did not directly mention Hamas. Meanwhile, though, the Security Council has not taken any immediate action, but does say de-escalating the violence is a first step. Back to you.
Amy Liu reporting for us live in Washington this morning. Thank you so much. Now, in response to this war in Israel, now Governor Greg Cooper says, quote, "I stand with Israel and strongly condemn the horrific attacks being perpetrated by Hamas and others. This violence is unthinkable and must be stopped. My heart is with the people of Israel and all North Carolinians with family and friends there." The governor also says he has directed state law enforcement to, quote, "support security at houses of worship as needed as we remain vigilant against any potential threats here in North Carolina."
Multiple cities across the country are standing in solidarity with Israel. Flags have been lowered half staff at the U.S. Capitol, and the governor of New York has ordered all landmarks be lit in blue and white. This is a look at the Empire State Building you see on the right side of your screen from last night. And here in North Carolina, a group in Raleigh is hosting a solidarity event for Israel later today. Pro-Palestinian supporters also held rallies across the country over the weekend. They marched through the streets of downtown Raleigh, some referring to the attacks on Israel as, quote, "a response to Israel's brutality and violations of human rights," end quote. Coverage will continue throughout the morning here on WXII 12 News, as well as on the Today Show. They will have live team coverage from Tel Aviv and Washington beginning at 7 a.m.
Back here at home now, 6:05. Police in Winston-Salem are investigating multiple assaults from over the weekend. Separate incidents here. First off, officers are investigating a homicide after Calvin Cunningham was found shot multiple times on Glen Avenue yesterday morning. Police say he died at the scene. One woman is hurt after being shot at a home on Thompson Drive Saturday night. We're told she was shot in the shoulder and is recovering at the hospital. Authorities believe it was part of a domestic dispute, but have not released information about the shooter. And investigators also looking into a stabbing outside of the Family Dollar on North MLK Jr. Drive there in Winston-Salem. Police say Saturday night, a man and another person got into a fight that led to the man being stabbed and kicked in the head. Police say the suspect ran away before officers arrived. The victim's injuries are said to be non-life-threatening. Anyone with information that could help solve any of these investigations is asked to contact Winston-Salem Police or Crime Stoppers. Those numbers are there on your screen now.
Several arrests have been made in a large brawl in downtown Winston-Salem that happened last month. A security guard was assaulted at the Thirsty Pallet on West 4th Street. We're told Carlin Barclay, Shaquila Dobson, Miles McCollum, Kendrell Smith, Nyasia Wesley, Cynthia Tart, and Jerry Walters Jr. were all arrested. Most of them are charged with simple assault and trespassing. Police say they are still searching for 45-year-old Dwight Reed and 26-year-old Melvin